Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Newton's Manga Academy. Hope everyone's doing well. Technically, it's Friday morning at 12:18 a.m. Let's check the stream right quick. Make sure everything is working. Yep, sounds good. Welcome back to Newton's Manga Academy. So One Piece 1185 is out. Shout out to TCB Scans. So man, Oda's doing a good job of making Leuven seem like such a good guy. So it's gonna suck so much when CANDEL screws him over. I can't think of any other way but CANDEL being an undercover agent. Same way that Garling was with God Valley. So I meant to do the math about the 3 years for the God Hunt, because God Valley was 38 years ago. 38 divided by 3 isn't an even number, but 39 divided by 3 is. So we should be getting another God Hunt relatively soon in current time, either this year in the current time or next year in the current time. There should be a God Hunt going on. So that might be the catalyst for that might be like the final war in One Piece, the God Hunt. Maybe Emu gets the Celestials, the girls say the God's Night, and they charge at Laugh-Tell or something like that. So that could be how the God Hunt happens. But I'm curious to see if this ends up being another God Hunt story with Asperia. They have something weird about them, something special about them. CANDEL tells Emu, says, "Hey yo, they got that special beat in the spirit. Got the good drums. The guy got the good hide for the good drums, or maybe they have stuff like with Film Red, and they have like top music, or maybe there's something special about Asperia that's behind the scenes that we just don't know. That CANDEL's gonna report back, and they're just gonna massacre everyone. But we gotta see how that happens. So chapter 1185 is titled "Y'all Better Buzz Off." So we got Boa Hancock cooking. Cover request by Masako. Hancock hones her cooking skills for Luffy. W Hancock. Brooks childhood. CANDEL, make Brook your page. Teach him good manners and how to speak properly. You got it, Lord Leuven. So this is little kid Brook. Oh, by the way, another thing. Isn't Brook supposed to be Austrian? This is the blackest looking Austrian I've ever seen. I'm curious how the anime is gonna straddle the line between Brook looking like Michael Jackson but Austrian Michael Jackson. I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. Wow, the palace. We see Brook and he's carrying a sword. It's packed with cute babes. So Brook was on it since a kid. There are one hottie, two hotties, not her, three hotties. Cut it out. CANDEL's walking past. Don't worry, you're still number one, CANDEL. That's Lady CANDEL. You're my page now. Yo, let me see your panties. As Brook is talking to another girl, then CANDEL goes, Brook! So CANDEL's is talking to Brook, and Brook's holding a guitar. Hey, do you have an issue with wearing your school uniform? If I let that school cramp my style, I won't be able to jam and make good tunes anymore, said Brook. Don't worry, though. I'm looking forward to rocking a guard corpus uniform one day. So we see Brook bonding with CANDEL. So Brook is sleeping next to his guitar, and CANDEL's looking all lovingly as she put a blanket on him. That treacherous bitch. Who is that? Gotta admit, I'm just some random pirate. Gotta admit, I'm jealous. Can't believe this kid gets to be Lady CANDEL's page. Yo! So we got two random pirates. CANDEL, are we supposed to recognize any of these dudes? Let me look. They do not look familiar whatsoever. They're just two random dudes. CANDEL, do you have a type of guy you go for? So they're practicing their fencing. Lady CANDEL, there is one man, but he's out of my league. Still, the reason I trained so hard with the sword is to be by his side, she says blushingly. Excuse me. Brook, I bet you'd get him if you dressed more like a chick instead of a dude. That's not necessary. Being near him is more than enough for me. Huh? Near him? Does that mean it's me? Candel, of course not. So Candel and Brooke are walking through town. We see like heart eyes at people as people are looking at Candel. Lady Candel, don't tell me you're even wear you haven't. Don't tell me you even wear men's underwear. Candel replies, I don't. Really? You gotta let me see your panties. Candel, Brooke, your language is not improving. You have to be polite and use honorifics when you ask someone for a favor. Brooke, would you be so So this is where the infamous lines begin. Would you be so kind as to show me your panties? So Candel strikes him on the ground. Of course not. Even outsiders, even outside of politeness, you need to consider basic decency too. I'm gonna drill good etiquette into you. Good grief. So Brooke is crawling towards her with a lump on his head. Strength and etiquette go hand in hand. What? Then I'll do my best. I mean, I shall endeavor to give it my all. So we see older Brooke. There's not a soul around who doesn't admire Lady Candel. We got Shuri next to him. She shines like the sun over the whole nation. Now that I think about it, there was this one time a world. Also, I was thinking about who was the informant in the earlier chapter. So they had an informant that told them to snatch up Brooke. Things that make you go, hmm. There was this one time a world government ship drifted up here in Asperia. The kingdom was thrown into a panic as no one had ever dealt directly with people of such stature. Shuri, the celestial dragons? Brooke, yep. The pressure was overwhelming. Lady Candel was actually bedridden for a few months after that. She got marked, probably due to the stress. You wouldn't believe how dark the kingdom felt back then. Yo! I shouldn't laugh, but it really was like the sunset on our kingdom. That must have been when Evil came and marked her. Bam. Because, think about it. Because God Knights and above, they could mark other people. I'm pretty sure. Or at least they could give, like, the shallow covenant to other people. Because you don't meet Emu until you become a God Knight. But you can't get the Shallow's covenant from someone else. Excuse me. So my guessing is Candel has the deep sea covenant, which is how she could mark Shuri. And remember, Shank says, "Oh, I can't disobey them when I'm near them." That's how it happens. So that's how what I think the play is going to be. Candel has a deep sea covenant, gives Shuri a shallow. This just controls Shuri, kills Leuven. Brooke just sees Shuri kill Leuven. Alright, I'll continue. Lady Candel was actually bedridden for a few months after that, probably due to the stress. You wouldn't believe how dark the kingdom felt back then. Yo ho ho ho! I shouldn't laugh, but it really was like the sunset on our kingdom. But that was just the beginning. You wouldn't believe the influx of news that followed, Princess. Your father, the renowned rugged prince, ascended the throne, and at the same time, he married your mother, Lady Candel. So we see Leuven and Candel at their wedding. The celebrations across Esperia were as thrilling as a live concert. And then we were blessed by your birth, Princess Shuri. And Shuri's still looking on. The nation positively bubbled over with joy. And people were saying, I want to see her face. Or she's so cute. Or she takes after her mother. Oops, I'm getting off topic. But you get the picture. That's why I love your folks. They're my ultimate benefactors. In fact, I'll gladly relinquish my life for those two. Check out my latest hit, Relinquish Rock. Shuri, Mommy and daddy. So, Brooke, what would you do if I were in danger? Brooke, that's obvious. I lay down my life in a heartbeat for you, too. In that case, just cause I'm their daughter? No, it's because you're you. You're supposed to say that wholeheartedly without hesitation. Sure, The Brooke hands her candy. So now they're Spartan. Brooke is just casually blocking her attacks. Now she's on Brooke's shoulder. Hey, daddy. Use father instead. You're not a little girl anymore. Love you too, father. And she's smiling. Oh no, that's Candel. Love you too, father. And you see Candel and Leuven next to each other. Princess Shiri, if you're craving freedom from your parents, you know you can always vent it out with a song like this. Was Oh, she got like pricked and Brooke is running over with a medicine box. Y'all, excuse me, y'all better buzz off. Ah, why do those lyrics sound so weird? It's a dialect from a kingdom in the west called Kamigata. Kamigata. It's another new place. So just seeing like a trip through memory lane. You see Shiri with a dog and Brooks holding an umbrella. They're measuring how tall she is. Brooke is hitting on random women and Shiri's getting upset. And this prince is in the background. Brooke's afraid of ghosts, apparently. Shiri has like a ghost doll and Brooke is running from it. Y'all better buzz off, and they're fishing. We ain't we ain't pups. Bought off. Wait, what? We ain't pups. But oh, this is more lyrics. So Brooke got hurt somehow. We ain't pups. Bought off with treats. We ain't kids. Turned around by sweets. So Sherry is cooking. Now Brooke is eating. Sherry is sleeping. So both Brooke and Sherry are laughing. In Sherry's 15th year, it's out of tune. Music died in the kingdom of Asperia. A thick mist surrounded the country and lingered for half a year. The land's treasured instruments decayed as the mist turned to smog. The island was swallowed whole. What? Music no longer echoed through the streets. Joyful melodies gave way to sounds of coughing. Let's bring the music. Cough. Yeah, yeah, I'm coughing too. The toxic smog ravaged the lungs of tens of thousands and claimed lives of hundreds. The fog will clear. It must. So this is Candel. She's covered in dirt. I think that's Brooke sitting down on some rubble. Beset by one unimaginable tragedy after another, the kingdom knew nothing but suffering. Even after the fog had lifted, the scars it caused remained. Well, the title of this stream is unfortunate. Looks like Candle went to the upper room. So we see Shiri crying, Brooke crying, Leuven's kneeling by her grave crying. Your Highness, we still owe the government this year's heavily tribute, but we can't afford to pay them. So we see the castle. Hiya! Whoa there. So Brooke and Shiri are sparring. Princess, the way you move, sometimes it's like you can see the future. I'm gonna be just like mommy. I mean, mother. I think you would be well suited for that, but I doubt your father would be pleased at the notion of you fighting on the front lines, princess. Father, he seems troubled lately. Brooke, I have an idea why, but there's nothing we can do about it. I will simply follow the king to the very end. Sherry, didn't you want to become a pirate, Brooke? I'm happy to put my own dreams on hold while I repay the debt to his majesty. When the time comes, I'm going with you, Brooke. Absolutely not. Sherry, try and stop me. Leuven, the world government is our enemy. This means war. What? Brooke understood. Commander, Your Majesty, I just ask that you tell us your reasoning first. Leuven, Brooke. They demanded 1,000 slaves. This is the only way they would waive this year's heavenly tribute. Slavery in the Holy Land is a fate worse than death. No way. The government's armada will arrive in 2 months, and I have no intention of choosing human sacrifices to hand over. Shout out to Leuven. W. Leuven. Is our country done for, Commander? Don't all non-member nations turn into lawless zones? Are they really going to loot us for everything we got? So we got villagers talking to Brooke. Apparently, there was once another nation in the West Blue that disappeared too. I've heard, Brooke, I've heard there's all these tales out where the deadly sea wind wails about a land that makes the mighty shake with fear, a land they won't come near, a home for the samurai and them giant folk. It exists like all the tales spoke. Like a mean old bee, a sting they'll flee. They said to consider your views, 'cause we've got nothing left to lose. Wahaha! Hey, that's right. They've landed on the northern port. Platoon 12 intercept. So we got world government ships. They're attacking Asperia. Y'all better buzz off. Nobody said that there'd be this many of them. Don't let them set foot on the island. Y'all better buzz off. Oh, we see Brooke drawing his sword. We're out here on the map's edge, but don't y'all scoff. So Brooke is struggling. We see Brooke is already scuffed up. Our name ain't something that can be swiped. Our name ain't something that can be wiped with ease. So Brooke just mowed down through a bunch of soldiers. You'll find taking our home ain't gonna be no breeze. Commander, the enemy has breached the palace. Oof. I'll hold the barricade at the staircase. Why can't I go fight too? Said Shiri. Leuven, that's out of the question. You'll be at their mercy if they capture you. Don't you have any crazy ideas now, princess? It's a raider. Oh man, princess, the garden we've always walked in. So you see you see some Marines and the world government soldiers. And Brooke just casually goes through them both. There was multiple too. There's like a group of them, and Brooke just casually no dips them. It's been set ablaze. So that was Brooke talking. So they set the forest, the garden on fire. Oh, your majesty, the junkyard we used to play in has been reduced to a hellish inferno. Y'all better buzz off. Y'all better buzz off. The edge of the map's a hell of a sight, 'cause it shines mighty bright. If we finally snap for real, that shaking is all you feel. So Brooke is just casually going through Marines and world government soldiers alike. Your Majesty, Princess Shuri. So Brooke is running up the stairs into a room. Oh, who is that? So we see Leuven, demonic wings. Shuri, demonic. Marcus Mars. I didn't even notice the fucking phoenix duck bird thing. That's Mars. Wait, make sure I got my girl say right. Yeah, Mars is the guy with the long beard. Yeah, that's Mars. Yo, that's crazy. But who's that dude in the background? Worried about the war? It's already over, Brooke. Brooke is just looking on shocked. Aren't you happy? Oh wait, I missed some panels. So scroll down. So we see Demon Horns on Leuven. He legit got turned. He's on the ground. Brooke is looking. Shuri is looking lifeless. This dude smoking a cigarette. Who is this guy? He has to be some. He has to be a god knight of some kind, or maybe an old old admiral. Who is this? This is 70 or 60 odd, not like 50 odd years ago at this point, 55 ish years ago. So, unnamed god knight, unnamed marine, unnamed pirate. Because that outfit isn't really. Eh. I'll try to zoom in. That maybe that is like you can see he has like badges on his jacket. So we could try to zoom in. So he's probably just a god knight, but yeah, that's Marcus Mars in his phoenix form. Worried about the war? It's already over, Brooke. Aren't you happy? What happened here? Another break. Chapter 1185 end. Wow. Totally not where I thought. Totally thought Candle was evil. I owe Candle an apology. My bad, Candle. My bad. Huh. So how did they get into the throne room in the first place, though? Oh, so I guess this dude. So whoever this dude is, he is some kind of. He has to be a holy knight. He got into the throne room, drew the sigil to summon Mars. Or Mars maybe was on one of the ships and he's there in person. Wow. So was it Candle that marked Shiri? It was this dude or Mars. So maybe because Emu's fetish, he sent Mars there to mark Shiri to make sure he gets her. That has to be it. So I was dead certain that Candle was a holy knight. Wow. Huh. There was a random smog that killed people, including Candel. Let's see. All right, so there's a Holy Knight ship that showed up. Let's see. Let's see how soon after. Let's see how soon after the government showed up that this fog appeared. All right, let's see. World government. All right. So this is before they got married. The government ship showed up. Huh. I wonder. So it has to be the world government that sent the shroud. They can't just be like a. That can't just be a random coincidence. They got some death smog that appeared in the island. That has to be like the world government using some crazy. It's not Caesar Crown because this is way before him. They used some type of bio weapon or some type of gas weapon to do this to Asperia. Huh, that's pretty shocking. So still the Gorosei play, but I totally thought Candel was a holy knight. She wasn't. My bad. She was generally a good person. So Shiri's hair was just coincidentally blue. So Shiri's not an actual mayor. Is Candel a mayor but didn't know it? Like there's still some stuff missing here. Cause I just don't see the Holy Knights doing adoptions. That's weird. And Marcus Mars, it's not like Marcus Mars' last name is Mad Mayor. So like if it was Marcus Mars Mad Mayor, sure. Someone will take her as my own. But unless he was like, we're gonna just put her into the mayor fan, like there needs to be a deeper explanation about how she could just become unholy knight. I know they are granting York celestial dragon status, but York is not given like a new last name, at least not that we know of. So And again, this mystery dude. He looking kind of tough though. So that's the sad thing about the Holy Knights aging is that there's gonna be no get back unless this dude is a young Jupiter, or like maybe not a young Jupiter, but Jupiter back in the day, because that might be a beard. Maybe this is a beard, so this could be a young Jupiter, and so Brooks' fight is against Mars and or Jupiter. That could be it. Um, because yeah, this is like 55 years ago. This dude died of old age. So like even if he was like a brand new Holy Knight, he's either in his 100 and he's well past 100 or he's dead. So if this is a beard that it could be Jupiter back in the day, so that could be it. But interesting chapter. Totally not where I expected. Shout out for Oda for throwing a curveball. Those world government agents meant nothing to Brook. He just ran right through them. The world government and the Marines were definitely a lot weaker prior to the Great Pirate Age. I know people hate saying that or hate hearing that, but the world government definitely got a lot stronger post Roger finding the One Piece. Because Brook is just casually mowing through these people. So I guess maybe Brook not having any flesh is a nerf. But fun chapter. So let me know what y'all think about the last panel. Let me know this mystery Holy Knight. Do y'all think that's Jupiter back in the day? Do y'all think because the Jupiter definitely was the last Gorosei, the last Holy Knight to be anointed prior to Garling, because he didn't know anything that the others knew. So either this is a brand new person or we know who this is. But let me know what y'all think about this chapter. Let me know how you think Shiri got into the Menmare family. Does the girls say does Holy Knights do adoptions? They just let Emu does whatever Emu wants? I mean they do. They if Emu says take her, they will. But I think there's something else at play. But also Brooke. You didn't notice this giant duck, chicken, vulture, phoenix thing? It's only now you're like, huh. She did have wings, but she didn't have wings before. Same thing with Whitebeard. Whitebeard never questioned, and Big Mom, they never questioned any of that. You would think they'd assault Garp out to Ayo Garp. What happened? Roger, what happened? They didn't do that. But this is Oda's story. I digress. But fun chapter. But let me know what y'all think about the chapter. Let me know who y'all think this mystery dude is. Clearly a holy knight of some kind. Outside chance, an admiral. But fun chapter. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below who you think this person is. Are you tired of One Piece characters forgetting crucial details of their own story until a critical moment in the present day happens? Because Brooks should not have forgotten the giant vulture phoenix thing. That totally should have stuck out. But fun chapter. Thank y'all for rocking with me. This is gonna be a break. Maybe I'll use that time to read something else. Ooh, I keep making that promise. Eventually, I'll shock y'all with something else. But this is a fun chapter. Let me know what y'all think about this chapter in the comments. But otherwise, peace out. Thank you for tuning in to Newton's Manga Academy.